fantasy football. I quit. This is so dumb. Well, just kidding. Welcome to the Week 6 recap of Warrenton's finest fantasy football league. I am your host and commissioner, Jeff Darling. Boy, coming to you from a special location today to go over what was one of the wildest weeks in recent memory. We had comeback from behind victories. We had an undefeated season end. We had one of the biggest blowouts in fantasy probably ever. Sorry, Brandon, but I think you had the worst possible loss of all time. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go through the scores. First up, Wanakee Scroll Salads going against the Dallas Jeff Boys. Greg, I gotta hand it to you. Actually, no, I don't. I'm really bitter. But you won 76.7 to 69.5. We both very much underperformed this week. It was pretty terrible. It was the worst game ever. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm 5-1. You're 5-1. Everybody, the target's off my back. Honestly, the pressure is kind of off. I'm kind of glad about that. So target Greg, he's 5-1. Moving on. This game was incredible. Gone fishing against... I have a leaf down my shirt. Gone fishing going against Team Queen. And what a comeback victory for the Queen! Holy moly, a 10-point lead going into the Monday night game. Matt was winning 93 to 84. She needed a whopping 10 points to win. And at the end of 4 quarters, Matt was still up by 0.4 points. But what happened in overtime? An extra catch for, what's even his name? Palmer. No one's heard of him. Why'd you even start him? That was a terrible decision. Except it wasn't. Ends up winning 93.52 to 93.0. Matt, you got to stop thinking you're not eating the sour chip, man, because... You keep, or spicy, the spicy chip. It turns your tongue blue though, so maybe it's sour. You keep talking smack like that, and the football universe will just get you. And that's what happened here. 93.5 to 93. Holy smokes. Next up, we had bye week going up against Uncle Touchdown, and let's just say, Brandon, I'm just proud of you that you didn't have any players on an actual bye week, but maybe you should have left everybody out, then you would have an excuse. 183.1 to 47.42. Sean definitely got the better edge of the now infamous Carlos Sean trade that sent apparently all of Carlos's best players to Sean's team, and Sean sent his best players to Carlos. Right, Matt? We don't believe that for a second. Just kidding. I think it was I approved it. I'm the commissioner. I'm above reproach. But Sean, I think if you had just done your defense, your kicker, and your tight end, you would have beaten Brandon. So, sorry, Brandon, but at least you won last week, so you're not, you still have a win, so that's helpful. Moving on, we have Michael Cup changed his name from Team World Cup. This caught me off guard just now. It's called, his new team name is Undefeated Starting Now. And, that must have been in effect for last week because he beat Dan 64.7 to 60.48. What a stinker of a game. I wish I was playing you guys because I would have won and my streak would have continued. But both of you guys need to have a big pep talk with your team because that was just terrible. Moving right along, just cruising against your pretty average team who's proving that he's above average. Good job, Jace. 121 to 79. Carlos, rethink your whole trading strategy. It doesn't quite seem to be working out for you. We had big performances for Jason from Leonard Fournette, who I believe he got from Brandon in the trade. Patrick Mahomes did what he does. Carlos, I don't even know where to give you suggestions, buddy, except you had 44 points on your bench, so maybe start those guys instead. You still would have lost, but it would have been a lot more competitive. Moving right along, the last game was the Weasel versus Team Midnight. And we had another comeback from behind victory. The Weeses, all 3 Weeses, undefeated this week. What an incredible comeback, except, again, terrible game. 69 to 66. The Weasel just couldn't pull it off. Greg had to come back from behind, but how many zeros do we have in here? He's got a 0 player, 2 zeros, and you had 1 0. So that's the only reason that you won is because you had 2 people that didn't play. And you had 1 person that didn't play.
Got the W.
Guys, pay attention. Pay attention. The night before, I think Cam Akers is getting traded to a different team, so make sure he's not in your lineup. Tom Brady might quit the season at any point to save his marriage or not save his marriage. We don't know. But anyway, that's the recap for Week 6. looking ahead to week 7. Yep, you can go ahead and exit. Week 7, we got the Dallas Chef Boys going against bye week, projected 102.5 to 73.7. Next up, Uncle Touchdown going up against Gone Fishing, who's riding a 2-game losing streak. Matt, get it together. Projection right now, Uncle Touchdown 123.7 to Gone Fishing 97.7. And disclaimer, I haven't looked to see if you guys have edited your lineups, if bye weeks are accounted for. Bye weeks are in full swing, so make sure you guys are checking your lineups. Check to make sure people aren't injured. Check to make sure people are not pulled right before the game. Melvin Gordon, for me, did 3 carries and then didn't play again for the rest of the game. What the heck? ESPN warned me that the other dude is more popular. Team Touchdown going against the Squirrel Salads. Projection 91.7 Greg to 88.2 for Dan. The last one, your pretty average team. Not last one, there's 3 more. Jason against Michael. Pretty average team against the undefeated starting nows. Right now, projection, Jason winning 113 to 103. The Weasel going against Just Cruising. It's the battle of the 1 and 5s. Somebody will get their second victory, and that's good news. That's a happy storyline this week. Right now, the Weasel's projected to win 111.8 to Carlos's 93.2. The last game, marital strife. The Queen against Team Midnight, a 5-1 versus Hannah, riding a 3-game win streak, but Mike is winning a 5-game win streak. Right now, the projection, which I think Mike has not touched his lineup, because it's 87.6 to Mike's 69, nice, 0.9. So get that adjusted, check your lineups, and let's just have a great fantasy week. This has been a lot of fun this season so far. Let's continue to do our best, and that's all I've got. Moving right along, we'll have a great week.